Here's a preview of this week's episode.
To enter the dating world. If you're interested, click the link and let me know about yourself. Then the girl had a leak, and it's like a whole Google Doc questionnaire, and it's like Pips +1 Bay application. If you're interested in dating me, please let me know a little bit about yourself down below. In other words, put the ball in my court. And if I'm feeling you, let's see how well I can shoot my shot. Laugh out loud. One submission per person. And if any lovely ladies found their way here, I'm sorry, but this is for the gents only. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Kinda Adulting podcast, where we talk about all things affecting kinda adults. I'm Simone.
I'm Elise.
And I'm Jordan.
How's everyone doing today? She's a biracial. She's a biracial.
What song is this?
It's on TikTok.
I don't have a TikTok. I'm not 15.
It was on Twitter. I should have seen it.
Everyone has a TikTok, so really you're the minority. You tried it.
Simone, okay.
I mean, don't download it though, because it's highly addictive.
Continue with your echo, Simone. Okay, continue with your echo.
Listen, I can't hear it, but at least got this supersonic.
I do have a supersonic hearing. Y'all be jealous of me.
Anyways, guys, I downloaded Zeus. I gave them my little $5 for this month, and not even for the double homicide one, because I accidentally fell into the comments of the double homicide tweet. And they were like, "Oh, you can watch the first episode on here," and I was hooked. So
that comment,
I chuckled.
That's honestly hilarious. She turned around. She said, "Bitch, what?" I said, "No, because that was not right."
Horrible.
But did y'all watch the second clip that came after that? When she was like, "Girl, get yourself together from the Puerto Rican princess." I was like,
no, but then the girl was just like, "Oh,
who is you?"
Wait, what about the one where she did the "You Got Served"?
I haven't seen that part.
Yeah, that's the
I
one.
saw a clip.
That's the one where
she was like,
"You're in front of the Puerto Rican princess."
And then
it was like, another clip.
Got served. I was dead.
She said,
"It was another clip where she was like, like you need to handle your, lady parts, or not even lady parts, the genitals." And then the girl was just like, "Well, how you know about them? And she was like, "Well, obviously you can't keep no kids in them." So I was just like,
yo, no, I told her when she was like, she was like, "Girl, get it together. You're from the Puerto Rican princess. Like, I mean, I know we tired." And then she was like, "I mean, why are you upset? You had 2 gender identifiable babies. Like, you know them in your stomach." And I was like,
that was wild.
I was like, get them out.
I don't even like her on the show either.
And I was she did not have
to be talking to get like a meme.
Jordan, but why do you even watch the show to begin with? Let's start right there.
Because I'm bored. All right. I like to watch TV. I don't like to watch movies. Simone clink clocking.
I know, Simone, just because the Reeds make millions of dollars doing that, it don't mean that we could be over here clink
First of all, I was drinking water because I want to stay hydrated. And second of all, that's why we have multiple tracks, so I can mute myself.
But then you get mad when me and Jordan put background in the edits, and you want to get upset and get feisty in our group message.
Because what happens is y'all be trying to mute yourselves talking because you'll have like a microphone clink while you're speaking, and then want me to manipulate to cut the wording so that it works. It sounds okay.
No,
I can mute myself
remembering.
Drinking water.
I'd be like, "Oh, that's Simone's cough at 12 minutes."
No, the coughs are different, but some of those
you got mad when we said you had a cough. You were like,
That's because I'm not talking about the coughs though. I'm talking about like when you're speaking and then your microphone does a little noise, and then you'll be like, microphone noise, and I'll be like, "You're literally speaking and I cannot cut that out. Like I cannot cut you speaking out. Like it just won't flow." Now the coughing, it just becomes obsessive sometimes because I'm like, people cough,
It's annoying.
It's okay. We just got to get our money up. Y'all buy our ads, okay? Buy our ad space so we can get Simone some editing help.
Right. So me and Jordan don't have to team up. So me and Jordan don't have to team up to jump Simone one time she goes in the group message. I just wait for it. I say, Simone gonna come for us at any second. I look at the edits. I'm like, and then she coming for me. And it's actually Jordan. Jordan be coming in after me. And Jordan be capital letter stuff. And I'm like, Simone, like,
I don't.
It's not even me. It's not even me, bruh. Like, it's not even me.
Anyways. They probably don't even care about us.
What's going on in my life? Back to the Hinge streets. So I didn't tell y'all this, but my friend who listens to the podcast is gonna know who I'm talking about. Well, she like was trying to coach me on hypergamy. How do you say it? Right? She says it differently though. And so, she sent all the Tumblr posts about it, like how to get like, the essence of it, how to get men to buy you things, even if they're not rich. Like, and I said like, and they had on the Tumblr page examples of Hinge conversations to kind of get a man to buy you stuff, right? Or take you to dinner. And like, they'd be like, if he says this, say X. So Elise started saying, would just copy paste the things that they were saying. I mean, I would dictate it back, write it. For case in point, this boy asked me, he was like, hey, we should get drinks and hookah. One, I'm grown. I don't want to get hookah with you in a panorama.
Release yourselves from hookah.
Please.
And a panorama, Panasonic, whatever, right? Panera Bread. I don't want to go with you to get hookah and drinks. I'm grown. I want to go to dinner. I'm grown now. 24. I'm a grown woman. I'm a kept woman. You know what I mean?
Oh, girl, come on. I'm a kept
woman. So basically, I said what I was like, oh, you don't eat on an empty stomach. But let me know if you're interested in getting dinner. And that's what the caption told me to say. And then he was like, huh? And then today, like, I responded back for a while, like 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, sorry, my bad. Work, got crazy. And he was like, oh, yeah, you that crazy girl that tried to talk wild to me. And I was like, because then after he was like, okay, I'll feed you. And then my friend was like, okay, you have to compliment him. I was like, on what? It's Hinge. Like, it's virtual. I don't know him as boy from nowhere. And she was like, tell him that you love a man that's generous with his time. So I was like, okay. So I responded back, thanks. I love a man who's generous with his time. And he was like, this is getting more weird.
Y'all be giving more than I can give on Hinge. I can't.
How old is he?
He's like 24, but I just want to.
No, you need to do that to 27, 28-year-olds.
He won't get it. Yeah,
he won't get it. He's like, what?
The Tumblr people told me to say it like that.
No, because that Negro does not have no money and time to give you. Go ahead and up the age limits. Okay, and then we're gonna try this. Because I feel like that's good. That's good. Like, advice. Really obviously it's lived advice. I wouldn't have said it, and people don't be buying me stuff. So
you're supposed to say so many things. Like, literally, you're supposed to say, "How was your weekend?" You're supposed to say, "Oh, it was good, but like I was sad because I couldn't get this one thing at the mall." And he's supposed to say, like, "Oh, what was it?" He's supposed to say, "Oh, I didn't get this dress." You send him a picture and was to say, "Don't."
Oh, that's girl. Let me go right.
Wouldn't that look?
But see, that's a good idea. But are you supposed to do that with the random guys on Hinge or like your man? Because I feel like.
I feel like if we have like a good 2-3 weeks down.
No, I was doing 2 to 24 hours.
Okay. But then, all right, straight to the point.
And then, because he was 6'5", he not about to step on me. I don't date giants for fun. I'm 5 feet tall. You want to step on me? Absolutely not. So I did it to him.
I really wish you guys could see our faces.
This is a different guy than the other one, right? He's like 25. I did it to him about the whole mall thing, and he was like, damn, that sucks. And I was like, the formula didn't work.
That's what I would say.
You said he was 25?
He said, damn, that sucks.
Up it to 28, I'm telling you.
I don't want no grandpa, Jordan.
That's not a grandpa. That's us in what, that's 4 years?
I think that I'm ready for that, actually. I would like a grandpa. They have money, and
I know a lot of broke 28-year-olds, so let's not play.
That's fine, but there's a lot more.
Yeah, there's a lot more, exactly. The likelihood is a lot higher that he is not.
Mm-hmm. Go up them ages and let's run it back next week.
Because these ones in our age group, they struggle to buy a drink.
I would like to see these Tumblr posts. Maybe
she sent sources. She sent you know who I'm talking about. Sent sources, bro. Like 8
on the episode check-in. I'll be like, when do y'all do this? And let me know how it works out.
They had so many tips. They were like, you must always have your nails done so you look like an expensive woman. Never
I kind of agree with that. There are certain things that just they make you look. Now, are mine dead right now? No, but I don't plan on seeing nobody, so it's gonna be all right.
Never like
no, because I hate when I have my nails.
Like some of them like if he's not taking you to
I have to give my nails a break. They get weak from all that like
acrylic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like never. It's like if he asks him for a gift on the first date, never like accept a date that's not dinner for the first date. So I'm like, yo. Okay.
No, you should
okay, no, but one of my friends is in a relationship and he took her to brunch for the first date. I would totally do that.
That's a meal.
Like, that's
though.
a cute date.
That's a meal, but still a meal. That's fine.
Brunch.
Oh, I just said that because you said dinner.
No, like not like ice cream, like not like going to get drinks. Like let's like a meal so that, and then yo, somebody just said order a bottle of champagne, like $100 at the restaurant, and see if he flinches. And if he flinches on there, see if he's upset, then you need to move on because he's not ready for that. I was like,
I don't think I could do that. It depends on the atmosphere. Like, if we get dressed up to go to dinner, I feel like it should be assumed we're gonna get a bottle of wine. Like if we're,
But I feel like if you taking me to Creole on 14th Street and I'm over here like, let me get some Moet.
I'm on RP. Can I get a full? Can I get a full bottle?
What's the champagne? The $65 one, the orange one, whatever.
It's I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I want that one because you already know it's gonna be $150 in the restaurant. Okay.
No, you should order the most expensive bottle.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, someone's upset with us. She don't like how we talking.
Okay. Well, we gonna move on.
I mean, we just got a lot to do today.
Okay. On our next segment, each week we give you guys a not so peer-reviewed adulting fact or tweet from whose internet is going to be today. Let's say
Karen Clark Sheards.
Who?
There's a bomb in Gilead. There's a bomb in Gilead.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
You need to get it together.
Okay, cool. Their internet, again, don't come for us if the fact is wrong. According to sublet.com, New York and DC are in the top 10 best U.S. cities for Gen Z. New York is at number 3 and DC is at number 9. Basically, what we're saying is your K girls are trailblazing, living in the right places right now. Do you guys agree with this assessment? And what is it like living in these cities during COVID?
Okay. New York is fun. I mean, it's very expensive. I feel like I have a good job and I get paid well, and I still feel like a lot of times it's just so expensive. So I feel like even if you're a young person, I would still only invest in New York if you are making a livable wage, because if not, it's very much a struggle. But it's fun. Like when the city was open, life was everything. Okay, we was doing so much. You could find free parties all throughout the city, go from day party to night, everything. It was just like such an experience. Personally, I loved like the Black community is very small, so you're always going to run into people that you know somewhere. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I guess we're still in COVID. What am I saying? At first, obviously, it was a huge, it was a shutdown. We could not go anywhere. Like when I talk to people from other cities, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm in my dressing room. I'm like, our dressing rooms are closed. They're still closed. Okay. So it was way more drastic than other places, I feel. So that was an experience. And then when we got out of COVID, like last summer, our infection rate was so low that it felt very free. I'm not gonna lie. I was in the streets because it was you had such a low chance of getting it. And now I feel like a lot of New Yorkers are getting vaccinated. And so I'm hoping that we'll have some type of summer. But New York is just fun. It's just a vibe.
Yeah, I'm gonna try New York, but expansion. DC is fun. I really like DC. I've been here a little long though, so I'm kind of ready to move, but it's still fun. I feel like DC is definitely number one brunch spot in the United States, period, because all of our brunches are bottomless, and you can get bottomless brunch daggone near every day of the week somewhere. It's that type of city, so it's really fun. I've been meeting a lot of people out. Me and Elise had a wild weekend. She chose Violence for us, and we went to 6 different restaurants, ordered drinks from everywhere. Had a fun little Saturday.
We
was out from 4 to 10.
Oh, and I will be in the city next weekend.
Yes.
So you guys stay tuned for the KA Adventures. We could record an episode together.
Oh my goodness.
How would we do that though? The echoing, like we would hear each other.
That's true.
One mic.
Never mind.
One mic.
Oh, I need one mic. I'm sorry, I don't know this song.
Yeah, I would say DC is a great city for your 20s. I knew DC was gonna be great for my 20s, so I wanted to come here. I have a bomb time. Like I feel like before COVID, like I had a great time. DC's like big but small, so you can get the places kind of fast. Like everything's like kind of 20-minute drive max. And then you take the metro, you're able to go out. Yeah, brunch is a thing in DC. I used to get sections for free. Jordan used to see that. I became skilled.
She did.
I became skilled in getting free sections. Oh, Simone was also there too. I became skilled in getting people to buy us drinks. And yeah, that was fun. I think I'm happy to move to a big city in my 20s. I'm happy like I left like the familiar area that I grew up in. And DC's popping when it's not COVID. But yeah.
Yes. So to summarize, we would greatly agree with this ranking thing, system, whatever that they have going on. There are some cities on there that we do not agree with, but we can definitely agree with New York and DC. Mm-hmm. Okay. So next we'll move on to our discussion. But before we did our discussion, we're going to do something a little different. But before we do that, I just had to start off by acknowledging some of the overwhelming emotions that we as Black people are feeling. Like I cannot let that go unacknowledged. We had seems to be like I don't want to say milestone, right? Because it's literally what should be happening. And it doesn't mean that this is going to happen in the future by any means. But like, we know that Derek Chauvin was, convicted of murdering George Floyd, which in one hand was like interesting because we never get to see that. And then the other hand, many of us got on social media later to find out about the murder of Ma'Khia Bryant. I think that's how you say her name, a 16-year-old child. And I just wanted to just say, like, we are, feeling a little bit of hopelessness at times, fear. We're constantly living through trauma and having to move on, like going about our days working, recording our podcast. And in many ways, we're just tired. I know some of us probably feel like indifferent in a way. I know personally, I don't have as many emotions as I used to when I was younger because it's kind of a coping mechanism. And so, I just couldn't move on to our discussion without addressing this. I know we try to keep our podcast very light and fun, but it's important for us to still address like some of the, internal things and external things that us as Black people and Black women are experiencing, right now. So our discussion will be fun. Don't want y'all to tune out, but we have to acknowledge these things because, they're a part of our lives, even though we may not talk about it all the time. So next we will move on to I don't want to call it a discussion because it's not a discussion today, but we are going to have some fun. So you guys stay tuned. So this week we will be reading some random like letters that were written into the Am I an Asshole page. I've seen them sometimes, not super familiar, but we are going to read them and offer like, some advice or something.
I love this page. I love this page so much.
So this letter says, am I the asshole for threatening to kick out my sister-in-law after she became vegan? Okay. So I know the title sounds bad, but hear me out. I, 32 female, I guess, am currently divorcing my soon-to-be ex-husband, 38-year-old male. Even though we're not together anymore, I'm still very close to his sister, who's a 27-year-old female. Let's call her A. A lost her job during the pandemic and couldn't pay rent anymore, so I let her move in since I have a pretty big house that's mostly unused since my husband moved out. I don't want any money for it, but since she's staying at home 24/7 and I'm working a 50-hour job, we made an agreement that she makes food for us too. It all worked perfectly until 2 days ago she said she wants to go vegan and won't cook meat anymore. Now hear me out. I regularly have to lift heavy objects at my job, so I need the meat to stay in shape. Also, this is my house and I don't want to be forced into a diet I don't want. I started shouting at her and said she could pack her things and get the F out if she doesn't change her mind. She started crying and calling me a psycho. And yesterday her parents called and told me I was too harsh with her and I am the asshole. I even got an angry text message from my husband about how evil I am and blah, blah. However, I think I'm in the right. Am I the asshole?
First of all, she was vegan for all of 2 days and then all of a sudden you're throwing her out. That's wild. That's wild.
Right, because she probably was going to go back in a few more days. Some people do not last.
Just get some lemon pepper wet wings to put in front of her face. Are you an asshole for kicking her out in that way? Yes, like yelling at her, but being mad that she won't cook meat, I'm with you. I'm right here, girl. Because how dare you gonna be in my house and come up to me and tell me I don't want to cook no meat, girl?
But
you but to
go ahead. Yeah.
No. Because how about you? No, vegan chefs can cook some chicken. You don't gotta eat the dead bird.
Have to eat it. That's the thing.
So I feel you. I also too would be annoyed. I would not have yelled at her and been like, "Get the F out," because she was like, "I don't want to cook your chicken nuggets for tonight." I would have said, "If you were like, I'm gonna give you a week, but I will need you to either cook this food or you need to go buy said food, right? Because I eat this. I don't want to eat cauliflower chicken every night, and I need you to respect that because you're not paying rent here."
Some curry cauliflower tomorrow.
Well, I feel like maybe you, for what, like you could get some little frozen things that you can heat up in the microwave. Like at least talking about some chicken nuggets. So maybe she doesn't have to cook the meat all the time. But at the same time, that is a good point because I follow this pastor who controversial in her own sense, but I find her family to be very cute. And she is a vegan.
Had the love.
Yes. And she is vegan, but her husband is not. And she still makes him meat. Like she just doesn't eat it. Now, the only thing about that is it going to taste good if you're not able to taste the food as you're cooking? I don't know. But, she makes meat for him all the time. So I feel like there's definitely a compromise in her being your new stand-in cook. Chef. She does need to figure something out if she's going to be living there rent-free. I do think that she could work something out.
Yeah, my friend's vegan and she still cooks her children meat. So, I mean, obviously it's going to be hard for the girl trying to become vegan. Yes. But I mean, it's what she signed up for. And it's not like meat is going to just disappear. Like, hello, if you go out to a restaurant, you're still going to see it. If you go to a grocery store, you're still going to see it. Like, this is the best practice. It's right there in your face. You cooking it.
I mean, I think she'll be okay.
Yeah. So
let's release it.
They're both the asshole. So
it's just been my life though. I feel like in my 20s that I have a lot of friends who are vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian. That's a very different experience for me. Jordan and I experienced this when we did Easter brunch and been realizing that everyone eats ham. People are not gonna eat the chicken. We need to find seafood, and that's different than when I grew up because I did not think about that. And I guess now the culture is not to make fun of people about that. It's you accommodate them. You accommodate your friends. You are not going to invite if you are going to invite your vegan friend to a barbecue, you have to kind of hang back your head.
What can I think about
if you're going to have? But you're not going to not cook meat though, Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to keep
so I'm just saying for her, you're not going to not cook meat. You're just going to make sure you have a substantial size that they can eat. And that's what sis needs to do. She need to go in there and get an air fryer so she don't have to look at the meat too long. She could just throw it in there. And then it'll cook for her.
Y'all, now, Elise, I'm not eating gluten, dairy, or soy, so.
Girl, we going to brunch on Saturday. Okay, you need to get over that. Nope.
I'm talking about, Jordan, I'm only allowing myself to eat badly for maybe once or twice a week now, but I'm really trying to dial it down to 0. So, I mean, that's fine. I can make you some soyless, dairy-less.
No. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when you see me once a week when we go out to eat, you just need to cheat then. Because Jordan had the audacity for it. Easter brunch to call me and talking about, oh, you know, I'm on Whole30, and I'm like,
girl,
Jordan,
you gotta take a break for
Whole30?
Easter, sis. Ain't nobody gonna be
Whole365. I said, I'm making a ham. She said, oh, well, you know, I'm on Whole30.
The ham wasn't
and I
the
said,
issue.
Jordan,
it was the honey on top of the ham. But you can't do the ham without the honey. So, you know, period.
So I said, Jordan, let me tell you something. I said, hold on, Jordan. I had to get up, sit up in my bed. I said, let me tell you something, Jordan. I said, you need to take a break from Whole30, Whole365, Whole75, whatever you were doing.
Okay.
You need to eat this ham because our ancestors fought for this. They fought for the ham hock in the greens. They fought for the turkey necks in the greens.
Yeah, I had to use turkey necks. I didn't even use.
They did fight for ham. They did fight for it, and so
when was they fighting for
she needed to eat that. I didn't have the energy in me to even process it. What she was saying, I couldn't even go there. Couldn't even allow it. Okay. I'm shaking now about it.
Next, am I the asshole, Elise?
That's a lot of words on
girl.
Mine.
You know, I'm not. Let's preface this because they be having me read it aloud every week, and I'm not the girl that you would call in the elementary school. And
you're the girl. I would be mad they called on for popcorn.
Yes, and every week I get tried, but it's okay. We're working on
because I used to be skills. Like, let me read, teacher.
Look, I used to be teacher's pet, and I used to be like, can I just talk to you at the class? Like, you know, I have all the answers. You know, well read, well studied, but
you're the one that we start to hear. Everybody's like, oh.
No. And the thing is, I read over the adulting facts every time, and every time I still mess up. But anyways, Elise, going on to your letter. I mess up.
We let Simone run crazy with this outline for this week, giving us essays to read out loud. SAT essays. Simone, next week, bring back the topics. I don't remember.
This was Jordan's suggestion.
It was, but you have to listen to Jordan.
And then I thought chicken. I was like, oh, we can do 6 Black Chicks because those are really controversial, but that may be too much, but we can go ahead.
Okay. So am I asshole for asking for compensation for something my kid destroyed? Okay. I don't have
That's children. A wild title already.
I don't have children for a reason at the time in my life. We hired a babysitter we've had a few times at a good rate of $20 an hour since it was only for 3 hours in our home. Babysitter is a 19-year-old woman. If it matters, I think maybe age will affect something. My wife had to rush to work in an emergency and I was already at work. Okay. The babysitters are familiar with some of our rules, like our 3-year-old is only allowed in the living room, playroom, and dining room when eating. Girl, I don't care about that. The babysitter, I guess, had an emergency herself and had to be on the phone for 20 minutes. For some reason, she decided to take the phone call outside. Her rationale was that it was private and didn't want our child to listen in. The child is 3. That's my own comment. I'm confused. In those 20 minutes, our daughter was able to move the couch to the living room gate, scale the gate, head into the basement, and pull one of my guitars off the wall. The neck is all warped, and my Luther, I don't know, it must be something, a big word I don't know about, said the neck needs to be replaced. I'm asking the babysitter to front the bill on a new guitar, not a repair or neck replacement as alternatives to diminish the value of the guitar, mismatching neck to neck, blah, 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 blah. It's going to cost $2,200.
Okay.
Am I also here or is she? Her parents are telling me we're responsible. She's only offering to babysit for free. Our friends saying we're too harsh, but it was her responsibility, right? Absolutely not. Sir, your child is like it's a teenage mutant turtle. How is she at 3 years old able to move a couch? Is your couch made of what type of couch is that? That means you either have a cheap couch, because how in the world can your 3-year-old daughter move a couch?
Dang, I didn't mean to call the 3-year-old asshole, but y'all knew what I was trying to say.
First of all,
is the babysitter dumb?
First of all, that conversation was not 20 minutes. If the baby went and did all that, that conversation was not 20 minutes.
First of all, pause. The babysitter, she's dumb because as a 3-year-old, the girl didn't comprehend nothing you were saying for him, right? Unless you're saying you're about to go kill a bunny. And if she repeated that, who would have believed her? You know what I mean? So I highly doubt the 3-year-old, if you gave her an iPad, put her on the TV, that she truly would have been hearing what she was saying on that phone. And if she did repeat it back, who would have taken the 3-year-old's word, information as truth from a telephone about her babysitter's conversation?
But my thing is, why is this? It's a man, right?
I assume.
Why is this man expecting this little 19-year-old girl to pay him back $2,000 worth of like stuff back if she's making $20 for 3 hours? Maybe that's 60 hours. I mean, that's 60.
Yeah, because really, she should be suing. She should be getting you for not paying her enough.
But even still, well, $20 an hour isn't that very good.
I guess like $7 an hour. You're right. That's not bad.
Simone, because you didn't make them.
No, $20 an hour.
When I was tutoring, when I was nannying, I made like a lot. Yeah, I made like.
You didn't make a lot.
But she's only doing it for 3 hours
a week or something.
She's only doing it for 3 hours. So how she wants to make $2,000 worth of stuff? You have to really take that L, because just
that could have happened with her not. But that could have happened with her not being there. Like, you have expensive stuff out. That means that if you don't want your child anywhere near, you need to have a lock on the door or something, because everybody knows,
baby lock or something.
It's your fault for, I don't want to say leaving it in the child's view, because clearly your child got some type of crazy skill set, like little young Spider-Man. But like, baby. The thing is, that's what people say. Like, you can't be mad at the baby for eating something or picking something up that he was able to access. It essentially is your fault. So that's one. And two, yes, you are the asshole, because the fact that you even have those things in your house mean that you could probably afford to replace them. Okay, no problem. And now you're going to tack that responsibility onto a child, like a teenager. That's not fair.
Mm-mm. That's not fair. And if I was her parents, I wouldn't even answer the phone.
And my thing is,
don't call my phone talking about my 19-year-old daughter, because this is nothing legal you can do about this. This is nothing legal you can even do. You cannot go anywhere with this.
Literally, one time I had a phone. I just gotten it replaced. I was out taking pictures with a teammate. She had my phone and she dropped it on accident. And I was trying to get her to pay it. My mom said, that girl ain't paying, because it's your fault for giving her the phone in the first place. So she dropped it. Like, that's not her fault. I said, it took me a while to come through to be like, that makes sense. But really, like, it is my fault. And that's your fault too, sir. You need to put them in a safe or something.
Because if the baby went and did all that, she's did them before. Because how she know to go automatically downstairs in the basement?
That girl been eyeing
like
she
been new, and you didn't have it covered up. Next question. Ooh, my question. Let's see. Am I the asshole? My wife is invasive, so I told her to do chores when she claimed she was trying to be supportive. Me and my wife have been married for 3 years. For info, my mother died when I was a teenager, and my father died in March 2020 from a heart attack. It's been a year since he died. I never admit it or show it to my wife, but it was extremely hard for me. Both of my parents are dead now. Okay, we get it. I'm sorry. Both of my parents are dead now, so I'm all alone. And it's up to me to man up and be 100% independent and self-reliant. But you have a wife. I'm sorry. Okay, back to the question. This Sunday, me, my 2 brothers, and 3 sisters are going to have a memorial for our father. But he just said he's alone. Okay. I didn't tell my wife about it at first. She only found out through one of my sisters. My wife brought this up to me and basically gave me shit for not telling her about it. She told me that it's not very nice to hide things from her, and I respond by saying, okay, now you know, so what's the problem? And I told her that she won't be coming with me anyway. She argued with me that my sister's husbands will be there, so why can't she? I told her that she really doesn't need to be there with me, and if my sister brings their husbands, that's because they want to, but me, I'm a private person, and I would prefer that you do not come with me because it's a personal event, and she will get bored anyways. She argued more, saying that she wanted to be supportive, ? I thought that was stupid because she's just invasive and wants to pry into my personal life.
Child, this SAT essay is getting me. I'm trying to keep up track. What is the
and wants to pry into my personal life. So to end this stupid argument, since we just got done eating, I told her, you want to be supportive. How about you Whew, how about you wash all these dishes and clean the kitchen? I cook for you, so now you can do your chores. I walked out of the room.
Your chores?
I walked out of the room and went to the bathroom to take a shower. I talked about that to my friends, and they all agreed that my wife is invasive and cannot stay out of other people's business. They told me that she's acting like she's my mother. Am I the asshole, or is she an asshole for being so invasive? First, it's so many levels to the story. Let's go one by one. First of all, we get it. I'm sorry your parents died. You said this 5 different times in this letter, but okay. I'm gonna be sensitive. I'm all alone. Both my parents are dead, so now I'm all alone. First of all, you got 5 siblings. And
you sound like a self-isolator.
Like, what do you mean you're all alone? Have 5 other people also grieving. Like, okay, you may not have a good relationship with them, right? But you have a wife. You chose to be with this person. How are you all alone? Okay. Next point. She found out through your sisters. You didn't invite her, and then she found out through your sisters. I would be upset too. Like, this is a whole memorial for my dad-in-law, and I found out through my sister-in-law. Like, what? Next point. So what's the problem? I told her she won't be coming with me anyways. Period. Next point. Well, how is that invasive and prying into somebody's life?
Like he's married to someone he don't want to be married to.
They should not be together.
Like they should not be together. Obviously, you don't like her. You don't talk to her. Why
was your wife not invited to the memorial?
And who are these friends? Are these friends married?
And I just don't understand my personal life. We have the same.
Your personal is my personal life.
But also, what really got me was the do your chores.
Baby, if you tell me to do my chores, I'm throwing. Everything.
Do my man look like his Harley Grace and I'm 7 years old? You'd have lost your mind.
I don't know if I'm petty immature, but like, even if it was a friend level, right? If when you have a memorial and y'all invited someone, not me, I'm be like, why can I go? Like, so if I'm your wife, I'm on level 10. Listen, I'd be mad about one of my friends. Don't try to play me. Not a play.
It's giving what do they call those people who incel? It's giving incel who happens to be married.
What does that mean?
Okay. Involuntarily celibate person.
I don't think he's so.
Well, what's next?
That's what it was giving. That's what it's giving. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all be on the internet.
Not like you.
Oh my goodness.
So
let's not get started on that, Jordan. Mind you, I wasn't really listening because I opened up my Hinge messages again. And the boy, the one that called me crazy, he said, well, when we linking, so it must be working. But I want to go to a nice restaurant.
And you pick out the place. Be like, whenever you take me to, or whenever you make the reservations.
Or should I say
whenever you make the reservations for RPM Italian.
Because men love to roll by restaurants on reservations, and that's not how DC works.
You definitely, I am the reservations person out of my group, and I'll just be like, y'all, like,
you're not. I'm a reservation.
My other, like the friend group that like isn't the one with you. I definitely am the person that makes
the one with me.
Okay,
I am banned from open table.
And then you forgot to cancel your appointment, so don't begin the kind of adulting pack, y'all. So Elise got blocked from open table. Because she kept so she can't because she kept making reservations and not showing up. So she made like 5 reservations for us on last Saturday, and forgot to cancel them. So now she already has 1 strike on the Kind of Adulting podcast email.
Oh yeah, because my email is banned, my personal email is banned, so I use the podcast email to make our reservations.
What if we had an important dinner to have with the Kind of Adulting manager or something, and now we can't do that?
We can't do it because
I'm banned.
Well, we can always use Resi or something. Anyways,
moving on. The people were weird. They definitely feel like I'm not married, but y'all just going through a lot. Y'all should be on Real Housewives or something, because y'all just
y'all telling too much of y'all damn business.
If you would like to be a guest on our show, or would like to ask for us to be a guest on your show, because we have so many things to talk about, be sure to fill out our Google form using the link tinyurl.com/KA collab.
All right, back to our regular scheduled content.
Next, we are not going to be doing a listener letter this week. We are actually going to brief you guys because we are going to have a whole episode around this. But we saw recently on social media, this girl had put out this tweet and she was like, so I've decided I'm ready to enter the dating world. If you're interested, click the link and let me know about yourself. Then the girl had a leak and it's like a whole Google Doc questionnaire and it's like Pips +1. Bay application. If you're interested in dating me, please let me know a little bit about yourself down below. In other words, put the ball in my court. And if I'm feeling you, let's see how well I can shoot my shot. Laugh out loud. One submission per person. And if any lovely ladies found their way here, I'm sorry, but this is for the gents only. And then she has like, you have your name and your age. And we just felt like we about to create our dating applications. Okay. That is how we felt after reading this.
Can we please? So I thought about this today and I was like, I really wanted us to, I thought we're going to do it today on the episode. Can we create actual date applications and post them for a week on our link tree for each one of us?
I was going to, first of all, I saw this idea a long time ago and I was like, I'm going to do this. And I was like,
post on the pod page.
This is extra. I mean, hello, I'm an extra person, but I was like, no, this is extra. Like nobody's gonna do it, but I really wanted to do it because I feel like I have good questions, right? To know your personality.
Do you drink moon water?
Girl, calm down. I'm not gonna ask that. I feel like I would ask, like, you know, what's your favorite album when you were like, what? Okay, like I would probably like ask, like, what's your favorite album for a specific moment in time that makes you feel like, you know, on top of the world, like you're having a good day, like you just need to put on this album or this song because it's like, okay, this is my go-to album. This makes me feel good, like that type of song. Like I already know what mine is. I like music, so mine is gonna be music centric and like art centric because I like art type girl. You know, shout out to Kanye.
Okay, well, a lot of people, not gonna lie, I feel like this time in my life are getting engaged that I know or kind of know, and it's weird. Like obviously it's gonna happen, but I'm like, y'all are really like I see y'all's life partner. Even like my friend is coming to visit me next week after Simone comes because she's surprising one of her friends for like a engagement, and I'm like, that is crazy. Everyone's getting married, and low key in my head. And then my grandma other day was like, I told her about my mom and how my mom was a child bride. And she was like, it's my mom's mother-in-law. And she was like, well, you need to get married sometimes too. You 24, you need to you need a husband. You need a husband. I said, Grandma, we're not all trying to be married at 21 like you were. Okay. But I feel that. And so I'm here for a date application. I feel like I want a built-in friend. And Simone wants a bae too. We all want baes. So we could do it. And I want to put it on the pod page for a week. Are we all okay? I'm taking notes now for what you guys want for your criteria when we start talking.
Yeah, okay. I would put like, first of all.
Not Jordan. Simone, you want to talk? Because Jordan said a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Criteria. We do have a height limit. Or what am I saying? A height minimum. Okay. You got to be at least 6 feet at this point. I can't even do the 5'11".
Speaking for yourself.
Yeah. You know, employed. Right now.
What type of employment? Does it matter?
Could he have an OnlyFans?
No.
Could he be an Uber Eats driver? Okay.
I mean, at least he got a car.
Yeah, at least he got a job. I'm not even trying to be a hater right now. It's just what I see for myself right now is me getting a text message saying, pack your bag, we going here this weekend. And I just feel like right now, I don't know how much you're making from Uber Eats, but I just don't feel like you can provide that for me right now. And that's the only reason I'm being a little picky about what I'm.
Supplemental income. He's getting that extra $300 a week.
Ubers make a lot of money.
I'm not saying no. I mean, I don't want to say no. I just need to know that you could do these things. Okay.
Are hilarious.
So I'm saying $100K minimum starting salary.
I'll say that, but I don't think the Uber Eats person making that. Y'all trying
we're not talking about
I'm saying
him.
Simone,
we're just talking about
it's for your phone.
You know, that's fine.
Let's move on.
I think that's going to be hard, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's going to be hard too.
You already icing me out here. So
what's a question? A question you got to ask them.
Do you like old school music? Y'all know this is very my character. This is me right here.
Do you have to
this
get
would be my
examples
character
of the music?
trait.
I'm making this form.
Are you what is an example? What type of
I'm saying, like, list your favorite song.
If we're on the first date, what are you greeting me with? What gift are you greeting me with?
Okay, if you come to pick me up in your car, what type of music are you playing for our first date? What is the vibe going to be? And if that person says, "Little baby," I gotta get out the car.
What? You don't like a little baby?
That's not the vibes I want for my date. If I'm dressed up going on a date night, I'm trying to listen to something.
And he gonna have that one hand back and that one hand on the steering wheel. And he gonna be driving fast.
Absolutely not. The thing is, I'm not even trying to be too personal here, but you gotta set the vibes, okay? Like, you gotta set the vibes.
Simone wants you to have Earth, Wind, and Fire on radio.
It ain't even gotta be Earth, Wind, and Fire. It could be a party next door. It could be a
Girl, let's move on to the next question.
His name Masego. It has so many people, but I will not be doing.
She wants some chill vibes. She wants some
exactly. I want vibes.
He want a Jesus shirt on.
If y'all see my account, I like vibes. Like, that's what Elise typed for me that night. She created my profile. That's what it said.
What she created
2 years ago.
I had to lie.
Oh my goodness.
I know joke. I've never changed my Hinge. I could care less. It says.
That's so funny. That story. It's I remember this now.
Intimate setting, late dinner, or jazz club. That's
Simone, let me be.
I like that.
We were in line to go to Brixton. I hate
you made it in the line for Brixton.
It was Brixton. I think it was a Brixton. I hate Brixton. If you live in the DC, and we were in a mixed race crowd though, and so we were waiting in line. And I was like, Simone, you need to have a Hinge. She's like, yeah, no, give me your phone. And I started just making it there. Like in the.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah. I didn't know you made the profile right then and there though.
But I think we should do these questions, like make a form, put it on the pod page for this week, and then read the responses or read whatever funny stuff our friends send, because our friends are fools, and laugh. Okay, Simone, anything else before we move on from yours?
I'm gonna refine it, guys. I don't want an avid smoker. Like, if you maybe once in a while when you're at a party or something,
one weed.
I don't really like to smell of smoke, and if you come around me smelling like smoke, you cannot.
What opinions can they not have?
What opinions? You need to be a liberal.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear no foolishness about women, because I will cut you off. Nothing about something where my child can't be who they're supposed to be.
I'll add, if you like Steve Harvey, please exit.
Now. Don't even press. If you like, what's that?
And I mean,
David Samuels. What's that man's name?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he's funny to me.
Oh my goodness, no. if you like him, if you agree, no.
You need to be an ultra liberal. Yes, you need to be really down for the everything,
every cause.
Okay. Well, Simosa is good enough for you. I'll ask some more questions. I'll handle.
What are you gonna put in yours?
Oh, I got stuff ready. So first, I don't like you can't eat a lot of nuts, because
you can't eat any nuts. Would be the right thing to say. 0.
Yeah. So you can't eat. I mean, please be willing to get away nuts. Sure. I am slightly crazy, so if you see me scream a couple times during the day or try to break something, be okay.
I don't think you should put that on there.
Yeah, because why would you do that?
Anyways, come on.
Why would you scream during the date?
Not during the date, during the day. If it makes me mad, I may just be like, ugh! And like, I want you to be concerned, because I'm okay.
Maybe you not do that for like the first 3 weeks. I don't know.
Sound like you trying to
run
from that for.
Understand that I'm not a texter. Like, I'm very much a caller. So like, please call. Like, I like
but this FaceTime. Is not questions. You got to get to know them.
Oh, yeah,
what is
you're
the
right.
criteria,
Sorry.
Girl? We didn't even started with that. We got to get through the dough.
Criteria. Height. So I'm on this new thing now where I feel like I actually like the shadow men. So I think about like a 5'11" to 6 feet range. But 5'11" to 6 feet only.
You're giving them 2 inches.
Yeah. So employment.
Okay.
I think 100K. I only want you to be within 2 years of my age. I don't want a man who's like 28 to be like, oh, you're so young. Let me help you. Nah,
I'm
bruh.
sorry.
Don't play
I'm
me.
sorry. You want them to be 24
Age
with 100K?
within, yeah, it's possible. It's within 2 years.
It's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible.
It's possible.
I'm saying
you are weeding them out.
Weeding them out real fast. Okay, what if he has 80K and he gets a promotion next month, or like he moves?
That's a big raise.
He switches jobs.
So,
you don't know because you told him 80K is not enough. I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to make you down your standards, but it's looking a little in the clouds.
It's looking meek.
Okay, question. Religion, like that's kind of important to me. So like I want to know, like even like I'm not gonna be like, oh, if you're not Christian, I'm like gonna X you out. I feel like it's important for me to know like off rip,
okay.
like because it doesn't mean that like I see in my life, like continuing, and I want to make sure we're both cool with that. Like if you, I guess like love languages, I would like to know that because I really like my friends' love languages, and I know like how I cater to them. Where you were raised, and then if you know what chivalry is, that should be a yes, no, maybe.
You better not be walking on the inside of the street. I'm gonna just have to cut you off.
That's
right
very
there.
Important to me. Being a chivalrous, like I like that type of stuff. I know what type of shows you watch. I'm gonna have a list for that because I judge people off of the shows you watch. So if your favorite movie or favorite show, is the
Take that off the list because anybody.
Tyler, let me finish, Simone, because you.
I'm trying to help you out. What I was about to say was he's probably gonna watch the shows that you like eventually. So maybe you shouldn't weed more people out by not letting them watch Tyler Perry. He be trying for the people sometimes.
Nope. If you say your favorite movie is that movie with that new girl on Netflix, the old woman, and she was scamming the man, Tyler Perry. What was it called?
I forgot, but I know what you're talking about.
Or Acrimony. Or Temptation, I'm gonna say it's a no. Okay, it's a no. We to have a no. That's about it I can think of for right now.
I need to know what your favorite book is. So when you can say the 48 Laws of Power, I'm gonna be like X.
Yeah, and also I'd probably ask you an opinion and ask you to like argue it, like something that I've like, I like to argue with people. So like, what's your opinion on X? Right, and let me know if you think if that's like right or wrong. I may not agree with your opinion, but I want to see like how you logically argue it. And then how well you do with Scrabble.
All right, Jordan. So what are yours? Because this man seems boring.
No, that is funny. Okay. If we were to go on a random road trip, where would we go? And it can be something that we can realistically drive to, or somewhere that you want to go that's maybe not as realistic. Like California is like what, 3 days from here driving? No. But like if you want to go toward the Grand Canyon and have a road trip like that, I just want to know, what are your adventurous sides? I want to go places. We ain't got to go out the States, but eventually we are. Okay. Then I would say, are you into astrology or tarot? And you don't have to be, right? But you're not going to play me like I'm dumb or stupid or crazy when I ask to read your cards, or I ask you when your birth time is.
Are you going to ask their sign on the
No, because
form?
I mean,
okay.
Suns, no, honestly, I probably would already know. Never mind. But yeah. Oh, and also, are you okay if we don't follow each other on Twitter? Because I be talking crazy, and it always becomes a thing in my relationships because people be like, "Oh, what on Twitter you say?"
Because you say my name, Jordan. You say Elise. You say
because I know you're looking at my tweets.
Elise.
I know you're looking at my tweets. That's why I say it. But every time I've been talking to somebody or even in a relationship, like they'll bring up my tweets. And the thing is, like, I don't even be putting as much. That's the same thing as like girls be like, oh, you like such and such Instagram picture. And what? That's what the app is for. It's for me to put my tweets out. That don't mean that's the real me. It's just what I'm thinking in the moment, and it's a fleeting thought. Anyways, next will probably be, let's see. Do you like shoes and clothes? Because if so, you'd be picking out my stuff for me because I hate buying shoes. buying clothes is okay, but I don't like to do that either. But if a man was just like, or a woman, don't matter, hello, or they, them, look, I'm all. Anyways, if they were to be like, oh, like, you will look good in this, buy it. You know my size, buy it. Okay, period. And yeah, that's all I got right now.
Okay, so you 100,000 for Jordan too.
I want to add for mine that like do you like to plan dates and events? Because like I'm a planner and I like to plan, but I really like when people plan stuff for me because it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, oh, what type of liquor do you drink? Light, dark, mix, because I need to know that. It's important, you know, for
Hennessy,
life, mental. Yeah, do say Hennessy, you know my vibe, sure, you know my vibe.
But also, I like planning things out, but I kind of want somebody that's spontaneous, so they can just be like, get dressed, and I'll be like, wait, I ain't got my wig on yet. I gotta braid my hair back, and they just be like, you got 30 minutes, and then they take me somewhere, and I'm like, yes, where are we going?
Do you like holding hands? I don't like holding hands.
Okay, I feel like we're going mad long.
So that was our sneak peek summary. But we are going to talk about this on probably our next episode. So you guys stay tuned for that. We wish you guys
and check out the Google forms that are going to be in our link that Simone's going to try to talk me out of.
No, we're definitely doing it.
And
we'll put it on Twitter too.
We're gonna put it on here. We'll have individual ones, probably make it easier. Submit them.
Let's limit to like twin questions, so you know, easy.
Yeah, yeah, and we're gonna discuss them on the next episode. If you have eligible men that meet our criteria, or at least 30% of the criteria, because it's rough out here, please send them the link.
I mean, I think we put a line to this, and what if we don't get no responses? Okay, so we might have to cut that out. We'll see. You guys have a great week. We are kind of adulting, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.